Hello, it is Saturday, October 5th, 2024. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. Unlike yesterday's puzzle, I'm solving at much more of a normal morning hour today, and this time of day, my backdrop is less of a very odd and unappealing color, so I'm pleased to see that this is what I'll be looking at on the other side of the camera for the next few months in this temporary accommodation before I move back home. And we're going to be solving a Saturday crossword today, the second of two themeless puzzles of the week, possibly the toughest of the week. And this tough puzzle was brought to us by Fargrim, Josh Allen, and, as always, the indomitable Shoalmaster, the incorrigible Sheeler Beeler, the indefinable Charlie Paget, and the indecipherable Ray Krant. Thank you so much to the six of them. They are, of course, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, which means they support this channel. They keep it going. For that, I'm very grateful. Thank you to those six and to everybody who supports the channel on Patreon. If you'd like to do so, you can head to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link where you'll find the bonus videos available to patrons. And for benefactors like those six, the official mug, the Let's Check the Crosses Daily Solve mug. Thanks to everybody who does support the channel in that way. Another way to support it is by subscribing on YouTube. That's a big help. You can also comment and like the videos from time to time. And there's also that Daily Solve Discord chat server you can join, a nice friendly chat community linked in the description field. Now it's time to solve the puzzle by Nathan Last, who's constructed a few dozen puzzles for the New York Times, so fairly experienced constructor, and it was edited once again by Joel Faliano. Let's start solving, see how we get on today. Newcastle under blank, Staffordshire, England. Right, Newcastle under Lyme. I do happen to know that here in England, although I've never been, can't say I've ever actually been to Newcastle under Lyme, but that's fine. Some appliances are LG's. LG is a electronics and appliance manufacturer, so it could be that. Yeah, it occurred to me it could be LCD, like LCD TVs, but you wouldn't call those appliances. So, reward for altruism, maybe. Good karma, perhaps? Yeah, that fits. Let's see if it works. Imbecile, you idiot, or you dolt, or something like that. Probably you something. Pitches low and inside. So it doesn't mean to sort of pitch a ball low and inside in a baseball sense, because it has a question mark indicating some kind of pun. So does it mean pitches like a football pitch? Or does it mean pitch like a field, like a playing field? Or does it mean pitch like musical pitch? Or does it mean pitch like tar? Or it could mean pitches like subliminal advertising pitches. I don't know. I have no idea what this is. Dawn, I assume this is going to mean, in this case, to put something on. It could mean dawn like a title, or a dawn like an Oxford dawn, like a university figure. Model? Dawn. I don't know. Not sure. Sorry. Given name of the first Countess Mountbatten. I don't know. Which Mountbatten would this be? I don't know. I don't know who that is off the top of my head. I mean, the Mountbatten is certainly a very storied, kind of dynastic British family. But anyway, political activist who organized 1963's March on Washington. I should probably know this offhand, and yet I'm not sure off the top of my head, sadly. What about this one? Blank studies field for Rashid Khalidi and Edward Said. Is there any chance it's... I was going to say Urdu studies, but I don't think that's the answer. Those names wouldn't be correct anyway, in terms of being likely anyway. Rashid Khalidi and Edward Said. I've certainly heard of Edward Said. Arab studies, maybe? That would be much more likely. Let's keep going for now, though. Erroneous justification for a 2003 invasion, for short. WMD, weapons of mass destruction, which were found not to be present in Iraq. Whale, to ball or to yowl or something? Probably ends with an L. Seventh and final Chronicles of Narnia book with V. I've actually never read. That's not true. I did try to read the first one when I was young and couldn't really get into it. But what is it? The last something, maybe? Seventh and final could be the last something. Isn't there one that's like a prince, something prince? The last prince? I don't know. Pitch is low and inside. I mean, this could end with an S. It could be last. Like Russia before 1917, yes, that would have been a czarist state ruled by a czar before the revolution. Revolutions, I guess. It's nothing new. Same old, same old? No. Same old thing? Yes, that could well be it. Unchanging. No, I don't know. Double do. Okay, I'm not going to skip down there. Let's go back to where I was. Organization that discourages traveling. I bet this is the NBA, the National Basketball Association. Traveling when you hold on to the ball too long, you aren't dribbling it while moving. So then what would this be? Seventh and Final Chronicles of Narnia book. The last... Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know, so I shouldn't sit here trying to think. One, it's not Prince, obviously. One being onboarded. A newbie or something? A newcomer? New hire at an office? Unforgettable night, perhaps. Don't know. What shells can be filled with? So it could be stuffed shells in the sense of pasta, but it could be shells. It could be anything, actually. It could be shells you find on a beach. It could be any shell that just means a covering of something, like a walnut shell or anything like that. Rotary successor, touch tone phone, yes. Touch tone phones replaced rotary phones. So rotary phones, the kind where you would dial, which is where we get the term dial because it was a circular dial, replaced by button phones, which were then replaced pretty much by touch screens. So what is the seventh and final last? I don't know why I keep looking at that. I'm still not going to know it. Accounts blank ledger phrase. Accounts payable or accounts receivable. That's the opposite of accounts payable. There we go. Okay, good. Buddy writes, damn right, blank got the blues. I've got the blues. Seems pretty likely. There are layers to this. Lamina, or like laminate. There are layers to this. Silica. I don't know. Rat could be a noun or a verb. I mean, it could be, obviously, rat could be a noun like the animal or someone who snitches, but it could be rat meaning to snitch. So it could be fink or something like that. I don't know. Ready to drop. Oh, dead tired. Yeah, I use the I'm dead tired. I'm ready to drop. It might not be dead, but the tired bit I suspect is correct. Key. Maybe I should delete this until I'm more certain because I don't want it to throw me off. Drinkers' vessels. I don't know. Oldest city in France. Marseille. There we go. Gertrude for one. Gertrude Stein. Gertrude for one. Is it Gertrude from Hamlet, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we're looking for there exactly. What shells can be filled with? Oh, this looks like Last Battle. Oh, it probably is. Okay, yeah, it's the Narnia thing. I bet it is the Last Battle. Okay, so then what's this? Unforgettable night, a dream date, maybe? Which I think I tried to put dream date in the crossword yesterday, and it turned out to be dream girl. Let's see if it's this. If it's correct this time. Oh, it is Gertrude, the character from Hamlet, because she's a Dane, because of course Hamlet takes place in Denmark and is, surrounds the sort of Danish monarchy. Okay, what shells can be filled with? I don't know. Oh, crew teams, right. A shell like the boat that crew teams row. Okay, well, that's what it is. Good. Okay, handle online. Your username, your handle is in your the name by the phrase or name that identifies you on an online website. Gets, that was redundant. Gets is nets. You get a certain amount of money, say, you net it. Things to wrangle with. Not sure, wrangle with. I don't know. Lover of Pyramus in Ovid. Oh, okay, this isn't nets. Because this would be Thisbe, Pyramus and Thisbe. Famous classical lovers. So gets is nabbed, as in you nab a, I don't know, criminal or something, you get them. Things to wrangle with are lariats, right? Okay, so like lassos, you would wrangle livestock or what have you. Zealous sects are cults. There we go. And sorts are no. It could be so. It could be sifts or something. It could be a verb. You could sort through materials. You could sift through them. And feature of Garamond or Perpetua. I don't think I know Perpetua offhand, but it must be a font typeface because Garamond certainly is, and Garamond is a typeface that has serifs, the little feet on the end of strokes of individual letter forms in a typeface. So Perpetua must as well. First word in some Spanish restaurant names, casa, so the sort of home of, and then beer whose name means morning sun, Asahi, there we go, the Japanese beer. Pitches low and inside. Right, I'm still not sure about that one. Dawn. As I'm trying to look for things I haven't seen yet. Here's one. Plant of the mustard family. Is kale a mustard? That would make sense. The leaves sort of look like mustard leaves. Forensic site in Quantico, Virginia. A something lab. That'll be a government, presumably. There's so many U.S. government things located in that region. NSA lab or FBI lab or something. Probably FBI. I think I've heard Quantico referenced with respect to the FBI. Imbecile, you fool, that's what it is. Dawn, a mob boss, right? Okay, it is a title, but not relating to a university or a religious context, but rather the mafia. Okay. Oh, is it Edwina? Edwina Mountbatten? That kind of sounds familiar. Pitches low and inside. Maybe not. Oh, no, it is. It is. Subway ads. Whoa, that's a good one. I've never seen this pun before. So ads in a subway station or a subway car, I suppose. They're inside, they're not outside, and they're low, they're underground, and they're pitches because they're ads. That's very clever. This is Arab studies. That was correct. Okay, and a whale is a ball, I suppose. So political activist. Oh, okay. This isn't familiar to me. I was sort of hoping it would be. Sorry. And then midday assignation, a nooner, I suppose. A bit of a risque clue there. So we need to finish these up because we're not going to get any more help for them. They're completely kind of contained now. Given it is Edwina Mountbatten. Okay, I thought that sounded sort of familiar. And Mercedes Blank, icon of Argentine folk music. Wow, that's a tough cross. Good Lord. The first Countess Mountbatten, and then another proper noun, which I'm usually not thrilled when that occurs. Let's see. Edward Snowden's former employer, right? Speaking of the NSA, he famously worked for them. So Mercedes Sosa it must be. And then Affliction for Maury in Tuesdays with Maury and Brief. I've actually never read Tuesdays with Maury, but it must be ALS, the disorder. So NSA. So there we go. Okay. So mob boss, that's all correct. I think we've looked at all these clues. Fine. Okay. Drinker's vessels are something, I don't know. Name of the whale in Pinocchio. Do I know this? I think it's probably one of those ones where I'll recognize it when I see. No, I do know it. It's Monstro because he's enormous. Okay, so this is not dead tired. I'm glad I didn't leave that in there. Ready to drop. Bone tired. That is definitely a phrase. Okay. And then key. This is key. It's core to the plan. It's key to the plan, for instance. Drinker's vessels are tankards, right. Tankard of ale, for instance. Rat. It was Fink. I think that was one of the examples I gave that it could be. So if you're a fink, you're a rat. You're a stool pigeon, a grass. Post-Trebek Jeopardy host. Oh, I know I've encountered this in the crossword before. I don't really watch Jeopardy, so I don't actually know who this is. I mean, obviously I know Alex Trebek, but I do think I know who this is. Is it Miriam Bialy, something like that? Who might have also been on a sitcom, I think. Oh, it's something like that. It's probably not exactly what I said. There are layers to this. Don't know. Plus blank, national motto of Spain. Oh, okay. Well, it'd be plus ultra, presumably, from the Latin. So does that work then with this? Bungles. Yes, it does work. Flubs. Okay. I didn't actually know that was the national motto of Spain. Probably should have known that. Kites, e.g., a kite is not like a toy kite, but is a kind of bird. Tad, just a scotch, I guess. It is just a tad, which I think entered the English language through Japanese because it was the corruption of a Japanese word that was sort of to which overseas military service members were exposed following the Second World War stationed to Japan. Anyway, big cut is a gash. Oh, lasagna. There are layers to lasagna. Yes, okay, of course. A famously famously layered baked casserole dish. Bialik, that's what it is. I think maybe her name is Miriam or something like that. A name's not far off from that. But Bialik, there we go. Okay. Part of a doping investigation, a blood draw or something like that. I guess same old thing could be wrong. Let's see if this works. Part of a doping investigation. Or blood test, I guess it could be. So maybe I shouldn't put that in yet. But let's see if blood works. Wasted. Lost? I don't know, with an L and 3 letters, I'm not sure. Site for artisans. Etsy, so a website on which they can sell their handmade goods. Wasted. Concessions. I don't know about that either being there. It's nothing new. Same old story. Right. Okay. Okay. That is looking good. Cheek. If you give someone cheek, usually when cheek is clued alone in the crossword, it means cheek in the sense of sass, talking back to somebody, giving them cheek, lip, sass. But I don't know. I'm not sure that works with. I'm not confident about blood, even though story did somewhat reinforce it. Unchanging could be not stoic, not stolid, but static. That's the word I was looking for. Chest bump, question mark. A pec, like a pectoral muscle. It's probably the case. Body weight exercise, a rep. That's not really. I mean, a rep would be for any exercise. Body weight exercise, a dip. I bet that's what it is. Penalty taker's lament is I missed, I guess. Yeah, if you were, doing a penalty kick or something and you missed, that would be your lament. W.H. Auden's The Fall of, is it Time? Epitome of Completeness. Or The Fall of Rome, I bet. Epitome of Completeness is, I don't know, but I'm pretty confident this is Rome. Epitome of Completeness is, a dotted I. They say dot your I's and cross your T's. That's what it is. Go off on is to rant at someone, like some narratives and rooms are tidy. One who sees what you mean. A something reader? A lip reader. Oh, yeah, that's good. They see it as opposed to hear it. Okay, so how wasted is lit in the sense of being, totally intoxicated. Okay. Concessions are sops. You could offer someone a sop, a concession, a sort of an incentive, maybe a very light bribe. Cheek. Oh, tude, right. As an attitude. Wow, okay, I wouldn't have gone there without the crosses. Double duty stunts. Right, okay, so on a film set, you have a stunt double stands in, or not stands, but acts, performs for you. Part of a doping investigation is a blood test. That was correct. And then whirl, so to speak. Give it a whirl, give it a try. That's it. Oh, look at that. We're getting close to, my streak number is getting close to the present year. I only just realized that. Anyway, that was the Saturday crossword. Pretty tough, I would say. But it's Saturday, so we would expect that. This, I think, was extremely tough over here. Mercedes Sosa crossing Edwina Mountbatten. I mean, that is, that's pretty tough. Anytime you have two proper nouns, especially people's names, I think that can be very, very tricky if you don't know at least one of them, which I didn't really, but I did sort of eventually recognize Edwina Mountbatten, even though I never, I absolutely never would have just come up with that off the top of my head without the crosses. I really needed them to remind me, but that was a tough cross for sure. And just some interesting knowledge in here, I think. Oldest city in France, Marseille. That's just a nice piece of knowledge. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah. Oh, and then what shells can be filled with crew teams. That's a very nice pun without a question mark because it doesn't really need the question mark because what shells can be filled with isn't itself a kind of idiomatic phrase that has some particular meaning unto itself. So the constructor can get away without putting a question mark pun indicator on it, which makes it even more cryptic. And then there was another really good pun. What was it? Well, this isn't the one I was thinking of, but one who sees what you mean is fun for lip reader. Oh, it was pitches low and inside for Subway ads. That is extremely clever. That's very, very clever. Well done to Nathan Last for that one. And on that, I will wrap up this video. That was the Saturday crossword. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow for the longer, not quite as tricky, themed Sunday puzzle, so join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Saturday. Take care.